Welcome back now to Around the World and to today's news analyses. Relations between China and Japan are at their lowest in some time. And China's claims that Japan has plans to enter the exclusive nuclear arms club have only heightened the already tense atmosphere between the two. Now the thing is, when these two Asian giants clash, they draw in other parties, especially the U.S. Well, let's first go to the report of the Beijing Evening News to get a clearer idea of what this issue is all about. China says it's extremely concerned by a report that Japan has resisted returning to the United States more than 300 kilos of mostly weapons-grade plutonium. Japan's Kyodo News Agency says Washington had pressed Japan to give back the nuclear material, which could be used to make up to 50 nuclear bombs. The report adds Japan had resisted but finally gave in to U.S. demands. Japanese officials say the material was bought for research purposes during the 1960s, and the two governments will likely reach an official agreement on its return at a nuclear security summit at The Hague in March. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Hua Chunying says China believes that Japan, as a signatory to the Non-Proliferation Treaty, ought to rigorously respect its international commitments to nuclear safety and non-proliferation. Here's a question: would Japan be any more dangerous than the rest? Food for thought, right? Well, judging from this article from the Hong Kong-based magazine Asia Week, nuclear arms are dangerous in the hands of Japan. Does Japan have the ability to make nuclear weapons? The answer is yes. As a nuke-free country, Japan has the most advanced nuclear industry chain in the world. Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, Hitachi Production, and Toshiba Group are the biggest three nuclear power companies in the world. They can independently design nuclear power plants and has a full set of nuclear processing technology. Under the command of these three companies, Japan also formed more than 200 nuclear power-related companies and a mature nuclear industry chain. In fact, Japan is the country which has full nuclear capability. The U.S. and Japan are working together to stunt China's military development. If the U.S. thinks it can't handle it, it will give Japan a secretive nod. At that time, Japan would open the door to nuclear weapon possession. Well, this will bring unexpected changes and threats to regional security in the Asia-Pacific region and Sino-Japanese relationship. Abe's government has refused to sign the Making Nuclear Weapons Illegal Joint Declaration initiated by many countries around the world. In response, China's PLA Daily published an article calling on the world to be aware of Japan as a potential nuclear bomb owner. And the China News Agency discussed what China calls the three non-nuclear principles. It also weighed in on how the U.S. perceives the possibility of a nuclear-armed Japan. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Hua Chunying said the three non-nuclear principles state that Japan will not produce, possess, or allow the entry into its territory of nuclear weapons. She added they are an important part of Japan's peaceful post-war development. Pang Zhongpeng of the Institute of Japanese Studies at the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences says that this reflects the cracks in the U.S.-Japan alliance. He said China should prepare for the worst because Japan might break the alliance and produce nuclear weapons one day. Chinese Rear Admiral Yin Zhou believes that the U.S. has always insisted on preventing Japan from possessing nuclear weapons. He says Japan attempted to develop nuclear weapons back in 1966, but it was discovered and stopped by the U.S. After the Cold War, the U.S. relaxed control of nuclear fuel, but has been wary of Japan. Well, don't expect this issue to fade anytime soon.